Hey guys, it's Jake with AG Russell Knives. Thanks for joining me. Today I'm going over the CRKT M16-13F fixed blade. This is a Kit Carson design. For a little bit of background, Kit Carson was super famous in the knife world. He was in the Army for 20 years, retiring with the rank of Master Sergeant, and he made knives for 30 years. He was inducted into the Cutlery Hall of Fame and was just a huge impact on the knife world. He passed away in 2014, unfortunately, but his legacy still lives on. CRKT has been making his designs for years and years, and they're still popular and still selling. This is the first year they've made a tactical fixed blade. Normally, it's a folding tactical knife. This blade is overall 9¼ inches long. The blade length is 4 5/8 inches long. It's using an SK5 steel. SK5 is a high carbon non-stainless steel. You can compare it pretty directly to 1095 high carbon non-stainless steel. So decent edge retention, really tough. It is non-stainless, so you want to keep it oiled, but it's way less likely to chip or break than other steels are. The powder coating is going to help you out with the oiling, so you just need to keep the edges oiled. It is using a Tanto grind. You can see that tip there. It's actually got a reinforced tip with the Tanto, so it's got more material behind the tip, and that will help protect the tip from breaking. Fairly thick blade stock. You get a nice, it's got a fairly thick edge as well. So that's going to reduce its sharpness a little bit, but between the Tanto blade, the Tanto grind with the reinforced tip, the thick blade stock, SK5, and a thick steel, this is going to be a really tough knife. It's going to be a really strong knife. You're not likely to break it. It has Veff serrations right there. As you guys know, when the Veff serrations first came out, I thought they were dumb. I thought it was going to get cut. Just going to get caught on material and it just wasn't going to work very well. But after actually trying them out, they work pretty good. But the nice thing about Veff serrations is if you have a ceramic rod, it just sharpens them up super easy because it fits right in there. It's just the perfect diameter. The Veff serrations is just a lot easier to sharpen. Now the handle is a G10 and it's got some texturing on it. Got some texture on that help you be non-slip there. It's got a lot of milled holes, and that's going to give you a little more grip as well, as you can catch on those. And then it also lightens the blade. It's coming in at 4.6 ounces. So 4 5/8 inches here, 4.6 ounces. So you got that inch per ounce thing. It's got a nice golden rule of knives, kind of lightness to weight factor there, or length to weight factor. By milling out the handle here, you're reducing the weight on the handle because it's just so much heavier than the blade. But that's going to get you a balance point of right behind the guards there, which is nice. It is, of course, full tang, goes all the way through. You got a little lanyard hole at the end here, and that's sticking out proud of the G10 handles, which is nice. So if you needed to bust glass with it, you could. The holes are also nice because you could strap it to a stick and make a spear. In a survival situation, I'd much rather have a spear than a knife. A little bit of range goes a long way. They are a little bit small for shoelaces. You'll have to stick with the big ones or spend some time on it probably. Yeah, you can maybe get a shoelace through there. You got some nice contouring on the handles there. So it's gonna fit in nice. It kind of curves up the end so you're not going to fall off. You got two guards on the front so you're not pushing forward. It's going to protect your hand. Fairly thin handle overall. You can see on my hand here it is actually a little bit thinner than my finger. In fairness, my finger is fairly thick, but I mean, it gives you an idea. It's a fairly thin handle, but it's still a handle. It's not skeletonized. It just still feels like it locks in pretty good. And that's really most of what the knife is. It's that full black powder coating, non-reflective, tactical knife, really tough. But I think what really makes this a great knife is the sheath. The carry system really makes it a cool knife. Now the sheath is a glass reinforced nylon, nice and thin, nice and lightweight, tons of little options there for ways to carry it. It's got room in it for the guards here, and so it just clicks in. I love that. I think they really nailed the retention on that. So you have no wiggle there, no back and forth, no up and down. It's not falling out, but it still comes out easily, and you can just pull it, and it'll just, if this gets caught on your belt loop, you can just pull it right out, no problem. Or you can thumb it off. Super easy to do. Not trying to hold on to it with both hands to get it open. It really is easy to do with one hand, which I think really is what makes it a great sheath. It also has multiple carry options. You have two options here. You have this J hook. All right, this is the J hook system. You can see the sheath is inside my waistband, and the hook hooks underneath the belt right there, and that's going to keep the sheath in the pants as you pull it out, and so it's not going to be going flying out as one piece. It releases the knife. Some people like it on the side here. Some people actually carry it in the front right there for a quick draw. Really, the main advantage of this style of carry is that it keeps even a big knife fairly flush to your body. So as you are with your shirt here, it doesn't really show. I mean, it doesn't show up even though it's a fairly 9-inch blade. You can see it's right here, but it doesn't really show at all. And then they also have what they're calling the dots system, and this has a spring loaded right here, so you're going to pull on that spring, and that's going to pop open, and it's going to unfold like that. And so your belts can fit in there, and you can also put this on some MOLLE webbing. Now for the dot system, that pops on right there. So now you have it like that. You got that cross draw. Put it in the back here. Now the downside to the dot system is it's a 9-inch blade, so when you cover it up, there's very clearly a blade there. I mean, it's a pretty dead giveaway. Now you can get around that by flipping it around and putting it in the back here for a back carry like that, and so you have that cross draw right there, and it still, I mean, it shows up a little bit, but it's not as bad. You just got to be careful when you're putting it back. You have the dot system here. Open that up, slide that through here. So now you have a vertical carry. So that'll carry, you know, on your vest, on your backpack. You can flip that upside down to a down pull. So if it was on your vest, you just pull it down. Now for this particular backpack, I would actually probably go with a vertical. I'm going to flip this way and pull it that way. Now then, on the sheath there, you can see I have the dot system there. So with it going vertically like that, it blends in pretty nice. It's not crazy, but it does stick up pretty far into your side. So when you're leaning over, it's gonna stab you. When you're sitting down, it's putting a little pressure on my belt there. That's gonna wrap it up. Thanks for watching, guys. Let me know if there is a knife that we carry that you wanted me to do an overview, and I will try and get that on the list. Have a good one.